I was confronted by the strange sight of a police car, an old blue and white painted four-door sedan, sideways on, facing right, and seemingly wedged into what looked like a wall of rock. The two policemen sitting at the front must have radioed for help, as a second similar police car appeared, and after seeming undecided about where to park on a large patch of asphalt, another policeman emerged from it. I seemed to be only an observer in this dream, and I watched as this policeman went to open the rear side door excuse me, of the car in the wall. At that point I noticed all around the door handle appeared to be a patch of what looked like cement, and I think there was a further such patch on one of the doors. Anyway, the door opened normally and the policeman said something I couldn't hear to the other two. The scene changed and I seemed to be in a cave. This time a well lit one, so I don't know if that's an advancement or, but it forked off to the left, and into view from left came a small procession. Some uniformed policemen and other people in civilian clothes. Some of them were carrying a coffin-sized long box, but it was not like the usual one-piece coffin with handles, etc., but more like a crate made from numerous long slats of wood. I'm not sure if the final scene was even part of the same dream, but it followed on fairly soon after it, so I'll relate it now. It being very short, I was standing at the top garden gate end of the narrow passageway between our house and next door, where I lived until the age of 17 with my parents in Luton. I was aware of a small red and either yellow or white coloured rubber ball. Seized by compulsion, I kicked it out into the street. It appeared to hit the front wall of the house over the road and rebounded down the hill, where a woman picked it up and hurled it back at me, a distance of some 30 or so terrace to up two down houses. It narrowly missed my head as it whooshed past. I don't know about the earlier stuff, but of that last bit I rather thought perhaps suggested to me that the woman might actually have been a guide, and I was trying to get rid of something and she was sort of chucking it back to me as if to say, you've got to sort it out yourself. But that was all I could sort of come up with all that lot, I'm afraid.
Yeah, the ball many times is an idea that's thrown at you. You see, in other words, the idea is, can you catch the ball? Okay, so it's an idea, and you decide, and you know, as you duck, you're not interested in doing it. I've seen and been in many experiences where it can be a ball. We start throwing balls. Just lately, they threw me a big white volleyball. Okay, and so that's an idea. And sometimes it's nails or whatever, like hitting the nail on the head. But and you're backing up here into those scenes with the policeman or whatever. So you got two scenes with that, and you got a coffin going, etc. So there's going to be a little more happening with that. See how that comes out. But yeah, the ball's an idea, basically. But you and Kevin talk about that one.
I didn't really get a chance to talk to you about it, I'm afraid. So it was just down to me. But,
Mm-hmm. Well, it's ongoing. So, in other words, you know, just like when you're in school and the teacher gives you a lesson, you know, they do it many, many times. Many, many, many times. And, you know, lots of times the kids, it's like, oh, gee, she's going to talk about this again, or we got to hear this again. But, you know, teachers, when they're up there in the classroom, they actually become intuitive and they see what the students don't see for themselves. And so the boys are like that too, where there's always something else. And I just be as ready as I can, especially in my personal self for this, because there's so much going on all the time, especially with the world, and to get all this. And you don't always get it. You're not ready for it or whatever, you're too tired or what have you. But it's still there, right? It's still there. So